Now let's talk about Colby Covington. Obviously, now he says you guys trained before and he made you quit. Dean Thomas was there with me.
You mean that time when he left my training camp early because he said his ankle was hurting?
So that's
and he got mopped off my mat like every single day.
So that's what happened.
Same time?
Probably.
So I don't know. I wasn't there. I mean, Dean Thomas says that that's not what happened, and he was there. As far as him beating you.
Well, everybody that was there would attest that that's 100% false. Colby Covington he did what he needed to do. He finessed himself into the position where he'll be fighting against the best welterweight of all times. His talent, his ability, his resume wasn't enough, so he used his mouth. Very similar to what a prostitute would do to try to get what she needed. So he didn't have the skill, didn't have the talent, didn't have the ability. And now he got to the Damian Maia fight, got to the RDA fight, and now he's in position to fight me. So kudos to him, number one. Him and John Harnett, the writer of all the he should have called you. Why didn't he call you to help him write his skits and his memes and stuff? Like John Harnett, the dude from HT, is writing, and it's terrible. Like, I'm embarrassed for him. I'm like, if you were doing this by yourself and you thought it was funny and you didn't have that friend to tell you, hey man, you're a douchebag, then I would be a little bit more, a little bit more sensitive. Like, you know what, he's trying his best. But when you have somebody that's writing it with you and y'all twiddling your fingers and think it's actually clever, my God, it's an embarrassment to like the human race.
Now, were you impressed at all by his win over RDA?
I haven't checked out the fight yet, but from what I hear, it was a lot of pressure. I mean, he's a guy that's a lazy piece of shit that does not do nothing in the gym, but he has great cardio. He's always had that since he first joined ATT. Ask your Ryan Faber about him. He'll tell you the same thing. He thinks he's this Miami guy that, like, just on the beach and goes by the, toot of his own horn. But he has good cardio. And he knows that if he can pressure most guys in the division, they're not going to be able to take the consistent attempts to take you down and the pressure. And he knows he's not going to get hit and hurt if he gets close enough. So it's kind of a smart way to fight for his for the skills that he lacks. You don't have punching power. You don't have great striking. You don't have great kicks. Don't have great defense, as you've seen with Damian Maia. He left bloody with a jiu-jitsu guy. And he's fighting to the best of his potential. So I really can't hate on him for that. But I got the best takedown defense in the history of UFC. Not just the division, the history of the sport. I have the highest takedown defense. So I don't know what he's going to do.
Now, is there are you nervous, not nervous, but are you prepared to not let yourself get emotional? Because I know I've seen fights before where I'm gonna make my money. He there, shit. I mean, George don't want to fight me. The Diaz brothers don't want to fight me. Bismarck didn't want to fight me. All these guys that say they'll fight anybody anytime, when it came down to fighting me, it's so crazy that nobody will fight me. So now I'm in a position where I'm going to get paid the same money no matter who I fight. So I just need to boost my pay-per-view. So I'm going to talk mad shit. I'm going to embarrass him because he's terrible at joning. And as I told you, I've been waiting on this. All I did my whole childhood is joan on each other nonstop. So, like, the press conference is going to be extremely embarrassing for him. And I can't wait for
I'm going to build up this fight, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to mop him up off the mat. But as a professional, the strongest and the toughest aspect of this fight is not anything skill-wise, not anything conditioning-wise. That's a very controllable variable. But the emotion and him annoying, he's so fucking annoying. When he annoys you so bad, it's going to be hard for me not to want to just forget freaking competing and just try to fuck him up. So you're right. I'm going to try to manage those emotions. Me and Dean have been talking about that. And that's pretty much gonna be my focus.
Yeah, I was thinking if I was his coach, I would say try to grind him out. If I was your coach, I would say don't headhunt and try to take his fucking head off because you might, because you can grind him out just as well as he can.
Yeah.
You're wrestling.
I mean, what is he gonna do? Try to take me down? Like, get out of here, dude.
Well, exactly. The one thing that he's great at is you're great
at. He never took me down in training, not one time. And when I told Dean, I said, okay, Dean, I'm going to take him down, watch how he acts. So I just schooled him one session. I just schooled him. Maybe in 5 minutes I took him down 5 or 6 times. For the All-American wrestler, going against another All-American wrestler. That's a lot of takedowns. He was so mad, he was furious, ran off the mat, and he was just so lazy, man. My God, I got so many stories on training camp. I'm gonna save most of them for the press conference. But God is so annoying.
I tell you though,
everything about him is annoying.
I'll tell you though, Tyron. This fight is one of the biggest fights I'm looking forward to, though, because for what you said, I know there's genuine animosity between you two. And it's going to be so interesting, and it's going to be fun. And I know he was.
I just don't want him to try to hug me and shake hands after the fight.
Really, you don't want that?
No, I just don't want him to try to be. Oh man, I just did this to build up the fight. I don't want that. Just take the L, retire, do us all a favor. Nobody really wants to hear him talk crap again. If after he gets beat down like a damn dog by me, nobody's gonna want to hear him talk shit again. The only reason people are listening now because Connor's out, John's out, Ronda's gone. Who is the star right now? They're dying for a star. There's not a superstar out right now. So therefore, fans are willing to know that you're jumping off the rope, falling through the table, and they're willing to accept it because there's nothing else going on right now. So he had perfect timing on when he started his antics. You know what I mean? It got him where he needed to go. He did get into the head. I said this all along. RDA is a better martial artist than Colby. But if Colby gets into his head, there's a chance Colby can beat him surely off that. RDA never got a chance to fight Conor. So we, as fans, we never got a chance to see how he would react emotionally to someone taunting him. Me, on the other hand, I've been prepared to fight Nick Diaz or Bisping or Conor McGregor, guys that I know that are going to do that. And also been prepared to keep my poise and just go out there and do my thing.
Have you ever had anyone that you hated more that you ever fought?
I've never fought anybody I didn't like.
Wow.
Ever. Everybody I fought so far, I respected and I liked.
Even Koscheck?
And many of these guys I was fans of. I was a big fan of Carlos Condit. I was a fan of Robbie Lawler. And look what I did to them. Them people I like. What the hell you think I'm going to do to this clown?
But even like Koscheck didn't get under your skin?
No, I like Koscheck never talked shit. You have to look back at the play-by-play. You know, no crap talk on the internet. Jay Heron never talked crap. You know, Koscheck was a dick to everybody else, but wrestlers respect other wrestlers. That's why Colby kind of violated the code. You know, he was. You know, remember what happened when who's the guy that DC fought?
Patrick Cummings.
Yeah, Pat Cummings. Yeah, Pat Cummings.
What's his name?
Pat Cummings.
Pat Cummings. I was confusing Pat and Zach. Pat Cummings, you know, that didn't work out well for him. He got made an example out of, you know. So Colby, you know, kudos, man. You'll probably make a couple hundred extra $1,000 that you would have never made. I'm never gonna hate on somebody trying to feed themselves. You know, this sport is hard to make money. He did what he thought he needed to do, but now you got to pay up. You got to put your money where your mouth is. You know, you wrote a check, your ass can't cash, and now you got to get locked in there with me, and you got to get this work. So he'll earn every dollar, that $200,000 or whatever he's gonna make. He's gonna earn every bit of that. He's going there and take this ass over.
Are you gonna put him in the music video to one of your songs?
No, I don't. The song is such a dope song. You know, it's a song that basically you can listen to 10, 15 years down the road. So I don't want to add anything that's going to date it, especially not a queef like that.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin the song with his face on it.
Well, listen, Tyron, man, thanks for being on the podcast. I'll see you next week in Vegas, right?
All right, sounds good, my man.
Hey, Tyron, I can't thank you enough, man. I'm a huge fan and a huge friend. So thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.